empty. Apart from half a dozen or so chairs, suitably spaced, rather battered-looking coffee table in the middle, on which rested a pile of dog-eared magazines, the waiting room was empty. At least, he mused, it made a pleasant change, not to be in the company of people, most of whom were likely to be exhibiting some sort of communicable disease, coughing, sneezing, scratching, that sort of thing. Just for a moment, he wondered what, in fact, he was doing there. There's nothing wrong with him. Bruno was not a regular visitor to the surgery, or indeed anywhere associated with the unwell. Oh no, of course. He was here for the annual check-up for his private medical insurance, one of the perks of the job. Nothing wrong with his health. Constitution of an ox. Or so his doctor always told him. The self-same doctor for whom he was now waiting. Funny, though. This particular doctor was always fastidious about his appointments, especially when private patients were concerned. Just a minute. Was that the snap of a door handle? Bruno sat up, his ears pricked for further signs of activity. No, nothing. Not a hint of anything else. He looked at his watch. Funny, the hands didn't seem to have moved since the last time he glanced at it. Now that was strange. Always been highly dependable. It had to be. He regulated his life by that watch. He shook his head, settled back in the chair, and then started up again. No noise this time. But he might as well pass the time by picking up a magazine. Perhaps not. He could identify them from what he could see of the covers, but they certainly didn't look very inviting. Bit dog-eared and not very new or clean. Better not take any chances, especially in this day and age. Last thing he wanted to do was go to the doctor and pick up something. But that's strange. Why was he here? Oh, yes, of course. The annual check-up. Always kept himself in good shape. Played rugby until he was 40, then joined a gym, twice a week workout. Oh, yes. No worries on the health front. And when the doctor eventually turned up, it would be the same old story and predictably the same old jokes. You're here to waste my time again? Oh, if all my patients were like you, I begin to wish I'd taken up veterinary work. Oh, no, just as I thought, not a sign of anything untoward. You never fail to disappoint me. Only joking, of course. Cheque or cash? I take it you're still getting the perks of private health insurance? Don't mind telling you. Wish I could afford it. This was all very well, but where was the damn man? If he didn't come soon, I'd walk out. Another faint noise? Was that the door? He sat up straight and listened again. Again, nothing. But then he shot up out of his chair. There was someone else in the room, sitting in the chair next to him, and he hadn't even seen him come in. The stranger, medium size, medium aged, and really ordinary in appearance, apart from a slightly deformed back. He smiled, quite a beatific smile, which belied his ordinary appearance. Hello, Bruno. How are you feeling? There was no offer of a handshake, and Bruno was confused. Was this the new doctor? I'm sorry, he said. Are you the new doctor? The stranger gave another of his smiles, saying, The doctor? Oh, bless my soul, no. I'm Peter." "Peter?" echoed Bruno. I'm sorry, but Peter who? I mean, do we know each other?" Again, that smile. "Not exactly, Bruno. Well, that is, I know you, but you don't know me, except by reputation, perhaps." Bruno frowned. "You're not from the Inland Revenue, are you? Or from my wife's legal representative?" He paled as he said it. A faintly apologetic laugh accompanied the smile on this occasion. "Oh, dear me, no. Nothing of that sort. Actually, I'm here to collect you." Bruno frowned. "To collect me?" Then with just a hint of panic. No, not something wrong at work." Another apologetic laugh and a smile. "Work? Oh, dear me, no. You have no worries about work. Not now you're dead." Bruno sprang up. "Dead? What in God's name are you talking about? I'm here, aren't I? How can I be dead?" For a moment or two, the stranger said nothing. Then he placed a gentle hand on Bruno's shoulder, gave him another of his smiles, and then went on. "You died last night when you came in for your consultation. I'm sorry you've been left hanging about for so long, but there's a bit of a panic going on at the moment, and there's been a delay in beaming you up." His hand went up to his mouth. "Oh, so sorry." It's an expression that sort of took off after that space programmy thing. Of course, not really the technical term, but... Bruno interrupted him. Hang on a minute. Never mind about beaming up or whatever. How do you know I'm dead? You come in here and announce yourself as Peter? Do you mean Saint Peter? Aren't you supposed to be an angel or something? Come on then, show us your wings." The stranger said nothing, just another smile, and pointed to the slight bulge in the shoulder area of his jacket. Bang! The door opened again, but this time it was different, as a large red-faced man burst into the room wearing a loud checked jacket, under which Bruno, with considerable relief, could detect no sign of a bulge. The stranger marched up to him, then, for the first time, seemed to notice Peter. He stopped short and gave a snort of derision. "Oh, no, not you. Oh, you sanctimonious, what are you doing here?" Peter shook his head and said, Oh dear, I might have known that." "Excuse me," blurted out Bruno. "Would somebody please tell me what is supposed to be going on here?" The stranger waved an airy arm around the room. "Oh, that's easy, sunshine. You're dead and you're coming with me. You're coming with me because you are mine, and not his." This time it was Peter's turn to interrupt. "Oh, no, just a minute, Mephisto. You can't just come barging in here claiming he's yours. I was here first, and I must insist." The red-faced man got even redder. "Don't you start telling me what I can and can't do. You're just an employee, you are. Me. He thumped his checkered chest. "I am the boss of my outfit, and believe me, when you've heard what I've got to say about this joker," he jerked a thumb in Bruno's direction, "you won't want him. Cheated in his exams to get a better degree, joined the company with a CV so full of lies it's a wonder he could carry it. He fiddled his expenses every single month he's been there. He's filed reports to make himself look better than his colleagues, cheated on his wife more times than you could count, and let down every mistress unfortunate enough to get involved with him. Not paid a single penny towards the upkeep of his bastard progeny. And forget it, Pete. Go home, and next time, do your own work properly. Bruno instinctively threw two supplicatory arms in Peter's direction, but he'd vanished. A coarse laugh drew him back to the remaining occupant of the room, who merely gave a shrug of his colourful shoulders and lit a fat cigar from a match struck on the radiator immediately below the strictly no smoking sign. An expansive exhalation of smoke, a podgy finger jabbing in a downward direction, another puff of smoke enlivened by a hint of a flame, and the room was suddenly empty. Until, that is, patients started to arrive, one by one, wrinkling their noses at the faint and unexpected aroma of sulphur.